Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. And in today's episode, we're going to be going over each and every single winner of the 2025 Crunchyroll Anime Awards. We covered this last year. This year it came out a bit later. I think last year was back in March, and now it's basically June at this point. But yeah, we're gonna cover every single award. We're gonna go over what we'll do is I'll have Owen where he's gonna kind of guess who wins. So I'll go over all five of the nominees and he's gonna pick the winner, who he thinks won, and then we'll go over the winner. But yeah, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, how you doing, bro?
Doing good, bro. Excited to, you know, take a guess at these. I feel like I'm gonna get so many of them wrong, but let's kind of see, how that works.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I did my own voting, and I don't think a lot of my votes actually ended up mattering because a lot of the winners were not ones that I voted for. Maybe we'll add that into. I'll tell you the ones that I voted for if I can remember. But bro,
Yeah.
there's maybe like 20 awards, bro. Over under, how much you think you're gonna get right?
Over 8.
Over eight. So what? We'll call it like 50%.
That's over 8 is kind of big. It's kind of big though, no?
Yeah, we'll count it out, bro.
Over 6. No.
You
No.
one
Over
of
8
them.
should be good. Over 8, bro.
Okay. Okay. All right, you
Oh,
ready for this one?
yep.
Better not be cheating, my boy.
I'm not. I'm looking down.
Okay, but some of the best, well, you know what? We'll do the categories first and then we'll go over each and every one. All right. So we have anime of the year, we have anime film of the year, best continuing anime series, best new anime series, best original anime, best animation, best character design, best director, best background art, best romance, comedy, action, isekai, drama, slice of life, best main character, supporting character, must protect at all cost character, best anime song, best score, anime opening, anime ending, and then a bunch of voice artist performances in different languages. And we'll skip those or we'll kind of just go through those ones pretty fast.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there any of these ones that you're excited for?
Uh, I mean, I know I'm gonna get anime of the year right. uh, Best original anime. I'm kind of curious on that.
Okay.
Best animation. I kind of want to hear that too, because
Yeah.
yeah. Um. Best continuing anime for sure.
I already know what you got on there.
Yeah, we all know. We all know what I got on there.
All right. I just counted up. There's 24 awards, not including all the voice artist performance ones. I just counted English and Japanese, but that was it.
Okay, let's get it.
All
Ready?
right. First one, we'll start off big. We got Anime of the Year. So the five nominees are, or maybe they have six nominees, but six nominees are Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and The Apothecary Diaries.
All right, buddy. Soul leveling it is. We all know that.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one. A lot of these votes are based off of popular, pretty much popularity, to be honest. So I think I might have voted for, I don't remember what I voted for. I think I voted for either Kaiju number 8 or Dandadan. But yeah, popularity is going to rule these type of awards. So especially in a voting contest. So
And also, solo leveling was just insane. So like,
that is true. Yeah.
not taken away from that. It. It's like a once in a decade type of anime, to be honest, or like once in a half decade type of anime,
hmm
in my opinion.
Do you remember when we did it last year? It was JJK running away with like
Everything, yeah.
80% of the voting.
It's kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Solo leveling has that same amount of pull as JGK in my opinion.
You think so?
I don't think it has as much, but I think it's in the same category. Like maybe this is like a B tier to an A tier type of thing.
I think
But
solo
just
leveling
yeah,
about it is it's a fresh anime. JJK was kind of out for a bit longer.
that's fair.
That's the only reason, to be honest. But obviously, Solo Leveling is elite, and if it comes to like current stuff, like
Hmm.
say, anime of the year or like best first season opening whatever stuff, that then yeah, for sure.
Okay. And that's fair. Yeah, me personally, I think I had Kaiju number 8 because that to me was the most fresh. I read the entire Soul Leveling manga, so maybe it didn't have the same effect on me. But again, like you said before, not to take away from it, Soul Leveling was really good. It was pretty iconic, and we talk about this all the time. Everyone was talking about Soul Leveling, whether you're a big anime fan or if you're a smaller anime fan. So there's definitely that factor to it.
Bro, if it wasn't for Solo Leveling being Solo Leveling, bro, I would have picked Kaiju number 8 too. To be
Okay.
honest, because it's such a good first anime, like,
Uh-huh.
and the concept is insane. The characters are just nice. Fighting was nice. Animation was pure. But Solo Leveling just had a different, let's say, grasp on people compared to Kaiju number 8. So that's
Yeah,
the only reason I'm giving it to Kaiju Solo. Yeah.
that's fair.
Yep.
All right, you want to move on to the next one?
We won for two. We won for 22 right now.
Yeah, we'll see you're 1-1 right now.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one, bro, I honestly won't blame you for getting this one wrong because I know you don't watch anime films like that,
Okay.
but we got anime film of the year next.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try my best. Let's see.
Okay, so here are the nominees. We got Haikyuu, The Dumpster Battle, Look Back, Mononoke the Movie, The Phantom in the Rain, My Hero Academia You're Next, Spy Fam Code White, and The Colors Within.
Damn. Just because, like, I have no knowledge on anything, just because of the popularity of Spy Fam, I'm gonna pick Spy Fam.
So that's actually what I voted for because that's the only movie out of these ones I watched, but it was actually Look Back.
What is that?
So Look Back was written by the guy that wrote Chainsaw Man. This was actually his one shot before creating Chainsaw Man.
Okay, yeah, I would never have gotten that to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I've heard from a lot of people in our Discord that it's a great movie and I actually got to watch it, but I just never had the chance to yet. But I heard it was well deserved.
okay. I mean, I might have to watch that. Low key, I need to watch the Haikyuu one. I've never watched that yet.
Yeah, me too. I got to do a recap and then get back into that.
Honestly, I just watched it freshly, so I should watch it like pretty immediately.
Yeah. I think it's on Crunchyroll.
Is it on Netflix or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna give it a watch for sure.
Okay. All right, this was like a bonus award that I didn't see it earlier on, or at least I didn't read it, and it doesn't really have any nominees, but we'll try it anyways. I feel like we shouldn't count this, but if you get it right, I'll give you some bonus points.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're 1 for 2, but here's the next one. It's called Global Impact Award.
Global Impact Award. Okay, what are the nominees?
There is no nominees. They just this I don't know. I feel like this is a bonus one, so we won't count this to your score.
What the fuck is it? Okay. Uh, fuck it, Solo Leveling.
Nah, it's Attack on Titan, the final chapter.
That that came out last year?
I don't know, bro. I don't think it did, bro, but it
Bro,
won.
that's some cap, bro. What the fuck? That's some horseshit. Didn't even come out last year. I'm pretty
Dude, that's
sure.
what I'll say, bro. I don't know, man.
I really do not remember that coming out, to be honest. Or else I think fucking Attack on Titan is always gonna be the most like global freaking anime ever, bro. Like
You
what?
know what it might be? They did come out like with like a renewed version where they like boosted the 4K resolution and like the
Brother.
all that stuff. I don't know if that had to do with anything, but we won't count this to your record. You're still 1 for 2.
I bet. 50%, 50%.
Yeah. All right. Next one is the best continuing anime series.
Fuck, bro. I want to say One Piece. I'm gonna say One
You
Piece just
don't
because.
even, you don't want to hear the nominees?
Okay, go.
All right. So we got Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. We got Demon Slayer. And I should probably tell you the nominees are in alphabetical order, so it doesn't mean anything. Okay.
Okay.
Bleach, Demon Slayer, Hashira Training Arc, My Hero Academia Season 7, One Piece, Oshi no Ko Season 2, and Spy Family Season 2.
So like. I don't know. Demon Slayer might be a close second, but I'm picking One Piece.
You're picking One Piece, bro?
Yeah.
It's Demon Slayer, bro.
I knew it. I knew it. Fucking, I knew it, bro. I knew it. Fucking knew it. What the fuck is this? No, bro. Hell no. What? What? See, that's why I said fucking Demon Slayer first, because I was like, this is probably gonna be dirty Demon Slayer.
I think they did you dirty last year too. I think it was the same thing that happened last
You know
year.
what it is? It's like it's like giving the same player MVP every single year.
Yeah.
Like as if like last decade's LeBron, you just gave LeBron MVP every fucking year. Like it's impossible to like even though he was the best always, it's just you can't do that shit. So I mean I get it from that perspective. You know what I mean?
But you know what's weird though? I feel like the Hashira training arc wasn't even that good, bro. It was like seven,
Oh,
eight.
it was ass, but I know people glaze Demon Slayer, bro. The Demon Slayer glaze is honestly crazy, bro.
Yeah. You know what, bro? In all honesty, bro, I would have put My Hero season 7 above it. I would have put
That's
Spy
fair.
Family too.
100%, bro. This glaze is just getting ridiculous, to be honest.
Like I want to give Demon Slayer its flowers, especially for getting all the new anime fans into it, but I feel like there was a time and a place for it to win awards, and I don't think that was the right time for this one to win that specific award.
You know what? I mean, this is just like it's not a full factor, but it is, something. I feel like younger people just watch Demon Slayer, right?
That is true.
And then younger people also do. Is this based on voting?
Yeah.
I feel like younger people are more willing to vote. Like
That is
I didn't
true.
vote. I feel like most of the people my age that watch One
Yeah.
Piece, a lot older than me even. There's people that are so much older than me that watch One Piece. Bro, I was in the office the other day. I had a One Piece hoodie on.
Hmm.
Guy looks like in his 40s or something. He goes like, "Yo, nice sweatshirt." I was like, "What?" And turns out he watches One Piece. Like the thing is, like a lot of older people watch One Piece, and they're not doing these voting stuff. You know what I mean? I mean that's
Right.
obviously just speculation, but
Hmm.
is it would that not be realistic?
I think it makes a lot of sense because most people that will be watching these, like most people that vote are probably younger people. You know what I mean? So it does make a lot of sense that maybe their first anime was Demon Slayer, and it's a popularity thing. Like if you're inclined to vote, you're most likely part of a certain demographic. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like
Exactly.
how in the US older people vote, just for example.
Exactly, exactly. So, I mean, that's what I'll say, but that's why I said that's why I was like it's probably going to be a close second just because I could not, bro. I knew I was going to be wrong, but I was like, no, fuck no, I'm not going to, let One Piece not take
Can't
it.
not say One Piece, right?
Yeah, like that's not happening.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll go into the next one, which is best new anime series.
Let's get it.
All right. So the nominees are Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, and
So lovely.
Apothecary Diaries.
So lovely.
Yeah, it is Solo Leveling.
It's like
Okay, so that's two.
minority anime of the year. Like, how is it not going to be the best first anime? Like, or something. Yeah.
All right, so 2 for 4, pretty easy here. I mean, it's transitive property for this one. If it won Best Anime of the Year, it's obviously going to win Best New Series.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we got Best Original Anime. I'll read off the nominees, and you probably don't know a lot of them, Own, but we're still going to try it for this one. All right, Buchigiri, Girls Band Cry, Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, Metallic Rouge, Ninja Kamui, and Train to the End of the World.
I don't know any of these. Ninja Kamui.
Yeah, correct. That's 3 for 5.
That's how we do, bro. You know what my mindset was going into that?
What was it?
I was like, I just need to. Which one have I heard of before? And Ninja Kamui was the only one I've heard of even before. So I
Yeah.
was, yeah, this is probably it.
That one might have been a little bit easier because, I mean, maybe not, but who knows? But
I
of
honestly don't know what any of them are about, and I don't know any. I don't have any data on any of them.
so of these ones, Ninja Kamui is the one that is released on Adult Swim, so that might have helped with the popularity.
Okay, yeah. That was the only one I remember hearing of.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, it was the most like it came to my mind first, so I was like, yeah, let's just go with it.
So you're doing pretty good, 3 for 5.
You get it, 60%.
All right, next up we got best animation. So,
Demon Slayer, bro. Obviously, everyone's gonna glaze Demon Slayer.
do you want to hear the nominees?
No,
You know, you said no.
no.
All right, bro. I'm gonna tell you off rip, bro. You're right. It is Demon Slayer.
Yeah, like I now let me hear the nominees.
All right, you're 4 for 6, and I'll tell you the nominees. It's Don Don, Delicious Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Free Ren, Kaiju number 8, and Solo Leveling.
The fact that One Piece is on here is disappointing.
Dude, but not even, bro. I genuinely think Don Don should have won. Their animation was awesome. It's a
Yeah,
new
Dan
anime.
Dan was also nice. Dan Dan was also super nice.
Dude, their animation was sick, bro. Like it was so new and fresh. The colors were awesome. Like so much was going on. I was so mad because like again, I don't really think that the Hashira training arc was that crazy. Like they had maybe one episode where the animation was solid, but like I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
bro, it's just the Demon Slayer glaze. People are just cheap. It is what it is. Uh, yeah, that was like, bro, everyone just glazes freaking Demon Slayer when it's not even that good.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Ready?
Yep.
Best character design. This one's kind of hard, bro. I will be honest with you.
Oh yeah. I was
Here's
gonna say Sung Jin Woo like off rip, but let's go.
Nah, I don't think it's on here, but here are the nominees. Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon,
Okay.
Demon Slayer,
Okay.
Free, Free Ren, sorry, Kaiju number 8, and Apothecary Diaries.
Okay. Realistically, right? I want to say Kaji number 8,
Okay,
right? But but thing is, people glaze Demon Slayer, so it's like the thing is, I don't know Delicious in Dungeon at all.
okay.
I can't even tell. But that's not something. That's not a way to rule it out. But I still just have no data on it, so I can't even make. I can't even make a decision there. But Dandadan was has such a sick design for how he looks, and Kaiju is also badass as fuck. And
Yeah,
but people glaze Demon Slayer, so it's like, where do I go? All right, yo, Dandadan it is. Let's go.
you're picking Dandadan?
But I feel like it's not that popular. Oh, Kaiju number 8.
Dude, pick one answer, bro. I'll tell you straight up, you picked the right answer once.
Brother, what? All right, fuck it, Dandadan.
Yeah, that's right. It is Dandadan. 5 for 8.
Okay, bet let's get it, bro. He just has such a cool design. Scroll down a little bit.
I can't scroll down more because it'll give away some of the answers.
Okay, but yeah, okay, but yeah, makes sense.
Dude, I actually had it was between Dandadan and Kaiju number 8 for me. I was like, dude, I don't know which one. I think I went with Kaiju number 8, but you're right, bro. The transformations in Dandadan were fire, bro. I should have picked that one, and I'm happy they won.
Bro, his transformation was sick. I was like that. I felt like that itself just topped the cake, and it was a bit more cool than Kaiju number 8's. Like Kaiju was cool, yeah, but like this one was like super cool, and
Mhm.
I feel like Demon Slayer had the glaze, but like sometimes you just can't glaze that hard because Tanjiro like it's just not that cool of a design, frankly.
Mhm. I'm gonna be real with you, Owen, bro. 5 for 8 is mad impressive. This might be your best performance in one of these we've ever done.
Let's get it, bro.
Okay, next up is best director. Instead of reading the director's name, I'll read the series they're from, so that way
Yes.
it's a little bit
Yeah.
more recognizable.
Okay.
So here are the nominees. We got Dandadan, we got Demon Slayer, we got Free Ren, we got One Piece Fan Letter, The Apothecary Diaries, and Delicious and Dungeon.
Damn, One Piece fan letters on this shit?
Yes, sir.
Fuck it. Fuck it. We go One Piece.
Nah, bro. 5 for 9. It is Free Ren. It is Kiichiro Saito. They
I would
direct.
have never gotten that. Like, I just don't know. I have never watched Free Ren, and then also I have no like I can't even. I don't know about directing at all.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you with this one. I kind of just try to think of like which one had like a different approach to it. I don't know, but this was a hard vote for me too.
The
Like,
only reason I picked the One Piece one is firstly, obviously, because I'm a One Piece fan,
yeah,
and I just needed One Piece to be there. But then also the fact that this was like this was just an episode, right? and it
Yeah.
got all the way that high, like that's like super out of the ordinary. So I was just like, I don't know, maybe it's like a one in a million chance that this just happens, and it's like because it was just one episode and it's competing against full series. Maybe that's kind of why people chose it. So that was my
Hmm.
mindset going into it.
It's valid using context clues. Honestly, bro, I don't think that was a bad guess at all.
Because I was like, I was comparing one episode to whole seasons. So it's
Yeah.
like, in that sense, they're probably like this episode was just directed so well. Like you know how like some One Piece episodes and some AOT episodes get like high IMDb scores. It was kind of
Yeah.
like so I was like maybe that's why, but yeah, it was also like a very cool perspective on how One Piece is. Like we saw it from the eyes of society instead of the eyes of the pirates or the eyes of the navy for one time.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we win some, we lose some.
Yes, sir. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one's kind of hard too, but I want to hear what you think. Best background art.
Background
So,
art. The fuck does that mean?
I'm assuming it's like the scenery and things like that.
Okay.
All right, so we got here are the nominees: Don, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Free Rent, Pluto, and the Apothecary Diaries.
Wait, repeat that one more time.
Yep, Don, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Free Rent, Pluto, and the Apothecary Diaries.
And what was the award?
Best background art.
What the fuck does that even mean, bro? Free reign, bro. Fuck yeah, I don't
Dude, I swear to God, you're cheating, bro. That's 6 for 10, bro. Good shit.
know. There's no way. I swear.
I swear to God, bro.
What the fuck? You know why I picked that? I was like, it's like an elfy world, so it's like very full of like just nature and plants and trees and like landscapes.
Yeah.
I was like, if that's background art, then I feel like that's it then.
So I know you didn't watch the series, but Free Rent 100% deserved this because they did a lot of like, we'll call it B-roll. I don't know exactly what it's called, but they panned out to the world itself a lot, and it was a beautiful world. Like literally, like the trees, the forest, the ocean. Like it was sick, bro. And I think it is well deserved.
Okay, I did have the right mindset on it without watching it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of Mushoku Tensei and how like that's kind of an adventure. And
Yeah.
like this is like an adventure too. And then they have to like for fighting, they don't really need to make the backgrounds that crazy. They need to make what's in front of you really crazy. But
Hmm.
with like adventure stuff, they need to make the surrounding feel very crazy so that you can actually like kind of immerse yourself into the series.
Yeah, especially in like a fantasy world. I think you're 100% right with that.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I chose that. But yeah, for a very like quick second, I was thinking uh Delicious in Dungeon.
Hmm.
Just because I mean I didn't watch it, but I would have to assume that like being in a dungeon background where that has to have like crazy backgrounds, but then also it's a food anime, right?
Hmm.
So I thought like food is all about how presentation stuff, and so maybe like
That's not a bad educated guess there, but yeah, you were right with Free Reign.
I bet, bro. Let's
Six for
get it,
10.
bro. I'm getting so lucky.
All right, next up we got Best Romance.
Best romance.
Okay, so here are the nominees: A Sign of Affection,
Okay, yeah.
Blue Box,
Oh shit. Okay.
Makine Too Many Losing Heroines, Ron My Half, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and The Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
Shit, it's either Blue Box or the other one, the first one.
A Sign of Affection.
Yeah. A sign of affection, we're going.
You're going with that one?
Yeah.
Bro, it's Blue Box.
Fuck, bro. I'm actually super close too with these.
Dude, I voted for A Sign of Affection myself, bro. So I genuinely think that that was a valid guess because it was so good. But Blue Box, I think, in terms of popularity, far supersedes any one of these other ones.
Yeah, yeah. I swear to God, I was thinking that, but then I was like, it was so big with our anime community that I thought maybe based on that it was bigger. But
Yeah.
I knew that Blue Box was like the second contender, if not that. Like I was just like, it has to be between these two. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. I really wish we had like a percentage or like a poll number voting for each one of these because I want to see how
Uh,
close it's to. Because I feel like both of these could have been like 40% each, or like 41 to Blue Box, 39 to Sound Affection, the rest the other series. I feel like it could have been that close for these two.
100%, bro.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Best comedy. So here are the nominees:
Uh,
Delicious Dungeon, Konosuba Season 3, Marshall the Divine Visionary Candidate Exam Arc, My Dear Friend Nokutan, Ranma Half, and Spy Fam Season 2.
uh, I want to say Marshall, but I'm gonna say Spy Fam because I just feel like the popularity of Spy Fam is way higher.
Oh, bro, you got hold, bro. It's Marshall.
Oh my God, bro, no way.
6 for
Oh,
12.
I'm getting like right there every single time. It's either that or that. And
I'll
it's
be real with you, and I'm so impressed with you, bro.
damn, bro. Holy shit. Okay. All right, next, bro.
All right.
Next.
Next up, we got Best Action Anime. So
Okay.
here are the nominees: Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Dandadan, Demon Slayer, Kaiju Number 8, Soul Leveling, and Windbreaker.
Solo leveling.
Yeah, yeah. 7 for 13.
Okay, like solo leveling, I had to get like shit's just it's just S tier every category, bro. Like what?
Yeah, yeah.
There was not an episode that he wasn't freaking fighting.
I wish, and this is kind of like a weird rule, but I think like it would be such a good rule is if you
Max.
won Anime of the Year, you're not allowed to go into other categories.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay,
Is for this one, like I think Kaiju Number 8 could have won. I think Windbreaker could have won. You know what I mean?
100%. I honestly thought Bleach could have won in this too.
Yeah, I haven't watched Bleach, so I couldn't say that, but I feel like that would make it a lot more interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just picking Bleach just because of popularity too. It's
Yeah.
just yeah, but
Okay.
but yeah, I mean solo leveling just like topples everything. So yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Best Isekai.
Okay.
All right. Here's what we got. We got Konosuba Season 3, Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Core 2, ReZero Season 3, Shangri-La Frontier Season 2, Suicide Squad Isekai, and That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 3. And
Oh my God,
I'm gonna be
bro.
real with you, bro. This is probably the hardest one on
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Like there's such good ones in here.
What do you got?
Damn, brother. This is kind of crazy. ReZero.
Holy shit, Owen, bro. You need to be drug tested, bro.
Yo, no way, dog. No way.
You're 8 for 14, bro. It is
No way. I got that one.
That's actually insane, bro. I voted for Mushoku Tensei, but I could have seen anyone vote for
Look,
anyone.
my heart voted for Mushoku Tensei.
Damn, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
My heart voted for Mushoku Tensei,
Hmm.
right? Then I was like, okay, you have Mushoku Tensei versus Slime, right? So it's like
Yeah.
you already have a split. Like I was thinking you have a split there. So there's gonna be like the hardcore fans here, hardcore fans there, right? And then there's gonna be like the people that can't be hardcore fans, they're gonna choose something else besides those two.
Hmm.
So then I was like, I didn't know Shangri-La for anything, so I just didn't. I was like, maybe it could be it, but I just don't know. And then what was the other one? Because that one was the one I was thinking too.
That time I got reincarnated slime.
No, 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 no.
Konosuba?
Conus, no, okay, no. Okay, so I eliminated Suicide Squad immediately because I was
Yeah,
like, no
yeah. I
one
don't
gives.
think that one would have won.
I was like, no one gives a shit about that. Then I was like, Konosuba. I was like, I just heard ReZero's name more. That's out of the two,
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, Owen, bro. I'm actually hella impressed, bro.
bro. That shit was some deductive thinking right there.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You need to be drug tested. Oh man. All right, let's
Bro, I
get
have not watched a single episode of ReZero. I don't even know what ReZero is about.
Bro, in all honesty, I think you're right because I think that um reincarnated as a slime and like even like Konosuba or like Mushoku Tensei, their fan base is split. So I think you were right on that thinking.
Because I'm like, okay, so I was thinking it. You know how I was thinking it? I was thinking it of you versus Sugoi versus like there's such a like these guys are so passionate on both sides about which anime is better. And
Yeah.
like you guys have your own, valid points to your opinions, right? And then
Yeah.
I was thinking about it as myself. I'm like, because of that, I'm also very connected to Mushoku Tensei. But
Yeah.
then I was like, yeah, there has to be a big split here. And then I was like, what's neutral in this situation?
Yeah, bro, that's a dub, bro. I respect it.
Yeah. It's literally you and Segoy's like rivalry between the two. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
just
only
some.
knowledge I have of like Isekai because I don't really watch Isekai. And I've
Yeah.
only watched Mushoku. That's why my heart chose Mushoku, but I was like, nah.
So just some background context. Sugoi is one of our he's in our Discord, but he also has his own podcast. Shout outs to him. He is a big reincarnated slime fan, and I would like I'd say I'm a pretty big Mushoku Tensei fan, and we're like split because he hates Mushoku, and I think reincarnated is okay. So Owen took those two context clues and put it together, and he really pulled out on that one.
Bro, what the fuck?
All
Damn,
right,
okay. I mean, I'm right. I'm on 8, so I just have to get one more.
all right. You want to do the next one on?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, next one is best drama.
Best drama, okay.
Okay, so here are the nominees: A Sign of Affection, Dead Dead Demons, DDD Destruction,
What the fuck is that?
Frieren, Oshinoko Season 2, Pluto, and the Apothecary Diaries.
Okay. I don't know shit about Pluto. I don't know shit about the second one. Um, Oshino Ko. It's a musical, so that has like a ton of drama in it normally. Um, what were the other two?
Pluto and the Apothecary Diaries.
Apothecary Diaries, I know nothing about, but people talk a lot about it and it has great popularity.
Yeah.
So it's either that or Oshino Ko 2. But I'm gonna go Apothecary Diaries.
No, it was actually Frieren, bro. 8 for 15.
Okay. Yeah, that was okay. That was the other one.
I don't blame you for getting that one wrong.
I just didn't know shit about that. I don't know shit about drama. So
Yeah, yeah. No, I
yeah.
don't blame you for that one. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. It's Best Slice of Life.
I don't
I
know.
don't think you know any one of these anime, but
Okay.
it might just be a 1 in 6 chance for you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I mean, I've come back from a 1 in 6 like zero, yeah, 1 in 6 chance. But
Yeah.
zero shit was what, bro? I just knew nothing about ReZero. I've never
Okay, bro,
watched that shit.
you already overperformed. You're at 8 of 15. So
Let's get this shit, bro. I'm gonna
okay.
what
Here's the nominees: Laid Back Camp Season 3,
the fuck is
Makine Too Many Losing Heroines, Mr. Villain's Day Off, My Dear Friend Nokotan, Sound Euphonium 3, and The Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
okay? This is an actual one out of six because I do not know anything about any. I've never heard of any of them, and I'm just gonna pick a number because I forgot their names. Uh, lucky number 4.
Okay, no, it's number two, Makine Too Many
Okay.
Losing Heroines.
Yeah, no, not getting that.
What was that, 8 for 16 now? I don't blame you on that one though.
I knew not a singular name, so
Yeah, that's
yeah.
fair. All right, we're gonna start to get to some of the more fun ones. We got Best Main Character. Okay, so here are the nominees. Frieren from Frieren, obviously. Kafka from Kaiju number 8. Okarun from Dandadan. Malmo from the Apothecary Diaries. Momo for Dandadan. And Sung Jinwoo from Solo Leveling.
Okay, so I want to go Kaiju number 8, the dude, Kafka, right?
Yeah.
Kafka's the dude's name is Kafka, right?
Yeah, Kafka. Yep, that's the name.
Okay. And but then again, people be glazing solo leveling. So it's like, do I go for the solo leveling glaze?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, solo leveling has won me a ton right over here. But then again, I genuinely like Kafka as a character wholeheartedly.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with fuck, dude. This is kind of insane. I fuck it, Kafka it is, bro.
Bro, that's brutal, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had the same vote as you, but it actually went to Sung Jinwoo.
Okay, honestly, in my heart, I picked my heart. I swear to God, I was like, okay, my brain is telling me this, my
Mhm.
heart is telling me this, and then I just went with my heart. So
I'm not mad at it, bro. I voted the same thing, but 8 for 17, bro. It's still
it
does.
makes sense. I mean, it makes sense why it's just popularity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got best supporting character. So we got Fern from Free Ren, we got Himmel from Free Ren, we got Jinshi from the Apothecary Diaries, we got Psycho from Dandadan, Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon, and Turbo Granny from Dandadan.
What's the other one from Down and Down?
Turbo Granny
Oh,
and
the other.
oh, Psycho, that's the grandma.
Oh my God. So we have two Dons, right? And we have
Free Ren.
two Free, and that's kind of like a similar situation with Mushoku Tensei and the other type of
hmm
situation. What are the other two?
Jinshi from the Apothecary Diaries and Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon.
Fuck. I'm just gonna go the Apothecary Diaries one.
Nah, it's actually Fern from Free Ren. So 8 for 18.
I just
I
knew
don't
that.
blame you on this one because I don't think you only watched Down and Down none of these, so
Yeah, I honestly I don't even know how the Granny was there, to be honest. Turbo Granny is not a good side character.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, but then I thought there was gonna be a split between the two from Free Rent. So I was like, that kind of divides their like viewer base. But
Yeah.
I mean, they still have a huge viewer base. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is must protect at all costs character.
Okay.
So we got Anya Forger from Spy Fam. We got Freeren from Freeren. We got Okarun from Dandadan. Senshi from Delicious in Dungeon. Takayuki Hojo from the Elusive Samurai. And Yuki Itose from Sign of Affection.
Um. Uh. Spy Fam.
Ah, my boy, 9 for 19, bro.
Let's get it, bro. The
Good
first
guess.
the first one you want to protect out of all of those people is Anya. Like it's not even like close. Like that's the feeling I got immediately, and I know every anime fan feels that way.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I like almost every single one of these characters on this list, so that was a tough one. But yo,
You know
Anya,
why? It's like a cutesy type of thing too.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, bro, that Anya's the goat, bro.
Yep. Yup. And
All
she's
right,
funny as fuck.
yeah, bro, 9 for 19, bro. You're already above expectations.
Like Eddie, brother.
I'm gonna see if you can get 10. This one should be easy. Best anime opening.
What does that
I
mean?
know, actually, you know what? This is hard for you because you just give anime openings.
I don't watch anime openings at all.
Okay, bro. I'm gonna give you the nominees, okay?
Yeah.
Abyss, which is Kaiju number 8. Bling Bang Bang Born by Creepy Nuts, which is Marshall. Fatal, which is Oshinoko. Level by Soul Leveling. Otonoke by Dandadan, and The Brave by Freerend.
Oshinoko.
Nah, bro, that's a good guess because their opening's insane too, but it's actually Dandadan.
Damn. I mean, the only reason I chose Oshinoko is like it's a musical anime, so the opening act should be fucking fire. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good guess. So I'm gonna tell you straight up though, the opening for Dandadan is goated, and same with Masho's Magic and Muscle. Yeah. Both of them are by the same guy, but like those two were trending like crazy. And I know you skip the openings, bro, but like they was up there, bro.
God damn, bro.
Okay. So 9 for 20. Still not bad.
Yep.
Next up is best anime score, which I believe is like, is that music, right?
Best anime what?
Score.
Score, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I believe that's like music.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I don't know. But here here are the nominees, right?
This is music I'm gonna guess anyways,
I,
so
I think it is, but let me just double check with you. Okay, so see, every time I Google it, it's giving me different answers. Whatever. You're gonna just have to use your best guess here, bro.
my bad.
We got Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. We got Don to Don, Demon Slayer, Free Rent, Look Back, and Soul Leveling.
Bro, I'm just gonna pick solo leveling due to popularity. I know nothing about this.
Yeah, it is Soul Leveling. That's 10 for 21.
Let's get it, bro. Solo leveling has not let me down yet. One time that I didn't choose it because I chose heart over thinking mind.
Okay, next up we got Best Anime Opening. which is very similar to Best Anime Song. So we got Abyss, Kaiju number 8, Bling Bang Bang Born, Marshall, Fatal Oshinoko, Level So Leveling, Otonoke, Dandadan, and Us, One Piece.
Ananon.
Yeah, it's Dandadan. So 11 for 22. You're 50%, bro.
Didn't you just do this one?
So that was anime opening. That was anime song. This was anime opening.
So they're both Dandadan?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because like one's gonna be the other.
Exactly, right? That's yeah, okay.
Here's where it gets kind of hard. Best anime ending. So it's Antanante by Ranma Half, Burning Oshinoko Season 2, Kamakura Elusive Samurai, Nobody Kaiju number 8, Request Soul Leveling, and Haidada Dandadan.
Dandadan.
Nah, this time around it's actually Soul Leveling.
Oh shit. Okay. I mean, I'm not really getting that.
These are kind of hard because I know you skip them, but still, 11 for 23, bro. It's not bad. Okay.
Nope, I mean, bro.
You're already above expectations, bro.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, next up we got Best Anime Voice Artist Performance, Japanese. We'll only do the next two and then we'll kind of just breeze through the rest of them. This
Okay.
is the artist for Mao Mao, which is Apothecary Diaries, Free Ren, Braven, Momo from Dan Dan, Marcel Donato from Delicious in Dungeon, and Okarun from Dan Dan.
Um. Okay. Repeat the first. Repeat them. Repeat them again, like
Yeah,
quickly.
so Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries,
Okay.
Free Ren from Free Ren, Braven from Brave Bang Braven, Momo, which is the female lead in Dandadan. We also got Okarun, the male lead in Dandadan, and then Marcel Donato from Delicious in Dungeon.
And what is this the title for?
Best voice artist performance Japanese.
Oh, Japanese. I don't even think I've heard any. I was watching Dandadan in English.
Ah,
Um,
stuff.
fuck it, Dandadan.
Nah, bro, it's actually Ao Yuki, which is
Wow.
the Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't believe you. You watched it in English.
yeah,
You haven't watched the series, so
yeah.
you went 11 for 24. It's not bad.
I'll take it, bro. Fucking take it. And honestly, a lot of them I was a very close second on.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's 45%, right? It's not bad, bro.
I get it, bro.
All right, we'll just kind of breeze through the rest of them because they're in languages we don't really understand. So, voice artist performance Arabic is Anya, and I'll just read off the language and the winners now. So, Brazilian Portuguese is Sang Jinwoo, Castilian Spanish, I didn't even know that was a thing. Sang Jinwoo, English Sang Jinwoo, French Kafka, German is Monkey D. Luffy, uh, Hindi is Gojo. Italian is Kiyomoto from Look Back. Latin Spanish is Aaron Yeager from Attack on Titan, and that's all we got.
Yeah. Okay. I think it was a successful run, boys.
Bro, for you need to be drug tested, but yo, let me ask you something real quick, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
One Piece won one award, and that was for voice artist performance in German, bro. How you feel, bro?
I feel like haters gonna hate. That's just what it is. Like, not even, bro. You know what it is? It's partly the fact of the age thing that I was talking about. And secondly, it's about the thing I was talking about earlier about LeBron. Like,
Yeah,
imagine they gave LeBron MVP every year. It just wouldn't make sense, right? And the fact is that this is like a poll,
yeah,
and as many people that love One Piece, literally that many hate One Piece.
that's fair.
Like it's like such a like there's like such a war between it that like Demon Slayer is like not even that long. Everybody has watched it. It's like they don't have that disconnect in terms of like people don't hate Demon Slayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, people just be hating for no reason. And One Piece is the best anime ever. So I haven't watched it.
I respect it. All right, bro. I think that's gonna be it for this episode, right?
Yeah, I think that was a
Yeah.
good one.
You have any thoughts before we end it?
Again, I'll reiterate what I said a couple seconds ago. One Piece is the best anime ever. And yeah, Solo Leveling, thanks for the carry.
What's up? All right, that's gonna be it for this episode. Once again, the link to our Discord is in the description. So if you guys want to talk about any of these awards, if you guys think that soul leveling is justified, or if you think hell no, it shouldn't have won anything, and you're on Own side, One Piece should have won more awards, definitely join our Discord. We'll talk about it, and we'll have a fun conversation. So whether you're for some of these awards or against it, definitely join up, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. But with that being said, that's gonna be it for this episode. Stay tuned. I think next week's episode we'll talk a little bit about Anime Boston. But with that being said, that's going to be it for this week's episode. And until next time, hope you guys have a great week. Peace.
Peace.